Lizabeth Scott, the sultry siren with a voice that could melt the coldest hearts and a beauty that captivated audiences worldwide. An enigmatic figure of the film noir era, whose smoky voice and mysterious allure left an unforgettable mark on cinema. From her memorable roles in The Strange Love of Martha Ivers to Dead Reckoning, Scott's career was marked by her unforgettable performances and undeniable screen presence. But behind the glamour and the lights, a scandal rocked her career, casting a shadow over her success. Hello everyone, I'm Karen, otherwise known as Classic Karen, and on this channel I share recommendations on classic movies and shows, as well as insights and information on some of my favorite film stars from the past. Today we're delving into the captivating life and career of 1940s film icon Lizabeth Scott. And while you're here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a trip down memory lane. I first stumbled upon Lizabeth Scott while watching the 1952 film Stolen Face. There was something mysterious in her presence and the depth of her character that drew me into the film. Her innate ability to convey complexity and intrigue made me an instant fan, and I was eager to learn more about this uniquely mysterious actress. Born Emma Matza on September 29, 1922, in Scranton, Pennsylvania, Lizabeth Scott was the oldest of 6 children born to Mary Pinyak and John Matza. Even as a young girl, Scott possessed an undeniable presence, a natural talent for captivating an audience. She attended Marywood Seminary, a Catholic girls' school, before attending Scranton's Central High School. While in high school, she performed in several plays at a stock theater in Newfoundland. She would later attend Marywood College, where her passion for drama blossomed. The stage became her first love. Driven by ambition, she set her sights on New York City, moving to the city in 1939 at the age of 17. While in New York, she resided at the Ferguson Residence for Women while finding work as a model with the Walter Thornton Agency. After reading Maxwell Anderson's play, Mary of Scotland, a play about Mary, Queen of Scots, and Elizabeth I, Scott penned the stage name Elizabeth Scott, later dropping the E. One of her first big breaks came when she starred as Sadie Thompson in an off-Broadway style production of Rain by John Colton. This performance caught the eye of well-known Broadway producer Michael Meyerberg, who then hired Scott as the understudy to Tallulah Bankhead in the Thornton Wilder play The Skin of Our Teeth. Hiring Scott proved wise, as her presence kept Bankhead on her toes, as the fear of being replaced drove Bankhead to maintain her edge. It is believed that the rivalry between Bankhead and Scott was part of the inspiration for the film All About Eve, starring Bette Davis and Anne Baxter. Lizabeth Scott was romantically linked to Michael Meyerberg, who was a married man at the time. Although their relationship was not widely publicized, it highlighted her connections within the entertainment industry. Scott also had a close and complex friendship with actress Tallulah Bankhead, known for her own enigmatic and flamboyant personality. The two were often seen together, and their relationship fueled speculation and rumors, adding to the mystery surrounding Scott's personal life. After appearing in a Harper's Bazaar photographic spread, Scott was invited to screen test in Los Angeles by film agent Charles Feldman. Leaving the familiar streets of New York City, she embarked on a westward journey. California, the land of sunshine and stardust, awaited. Hollywood in the 1940s was a realm of its own. Studios held immense power, shaping dreams and destinies. For a young actress like Scott, it was both exhilarating and daunting. Her first of two screen tests, one with Universal and the other with William Gutz's International Pictures, proved unsuccessful. However, after some coaching and screen testing with Warner Brothers, she began to catch the attention of Hollywood producer Hal Wallis. Scott received her biggest breakthrough in 1945 with her debut in You Came Along, where she starred opposite Robert Cummings. The film provided the perfect platform for Scott, and Hollywood took notice. Her performance and distinctive voice impressed audiences and critics alike, quickly establishing her as a rising star. In the golden age of Hollywood, few figures held as much sway as Hal Wallis. A legendary producer, his keen eye for talent was unmatched. He recognized in Lizabeth Scott a rare quality. A blend of beauty, mystery, and raw talent, their meeting proved to be a pivotal moment in Scott's career. Wallis saw her potential and signed her to a contract with Paramount Pictures. In the late 1940s and early 1950s, Scott became synonymous with the film noir genre. Her innate ability to portray complex and morally ambiguous characters made Scott a sought-after leading lady. In 1947's Dead Reckoning, Scott's chemistry with Humphrey Bogart as femme fatale Cora Chandler added layers of intrigue to the narrative. As Coral, she is enigmatic and manipulative, a classic noir archetype who ensnares Bogart's character in a web of deception and danger. 1950's Dark City paired Scott with Charlton Heston in a tale of corruption and redemption. In Dark City, Scott portrays Fran Garland, a nightclub singer entangled in Heston's crusade against crime bosses, displaying both fragility and resilience amidst a gritty urban landscape. In the film Too Late for Tears, 1949, Scott's portrayal of Jane Palmer epitomized the femme fatale persona. Jane's greed and cunning drive the plot as she becomes embroiled in a deadly game of deceit and murder, navigating a morally ambiguous path with chilling determination. In addition to Bogart and Heston, she starred opposite Robert Mitchum in the 1951 film The Racket. Scott's collaborations with Hollywood's leading men further cemented her status within the industry. These roles not only highlighted her versatility, but also contributed to the enduring allure of film noir. Though never married, Scott faced numerous rumors and speculations about her romantic life, often linking her with various high-profile figures in Hollywood, including her frequent co-star, Burt Lancaster. However, many of these were never substantiated, and Scott herself was reticent about her personal affairs. Scott's love life came under public scrutiny, partly due to her glamorous image and partly due to Hollywood's penchant for gossip. However, despite the media's interest, Scott managed to keep most details of her personal relationships out of the public eye. Lizabeth Scott faced personal challenges throughout her career. In 1949, she went into hysterics and suffered a collapse while filming the movie The Big Steal. She would end up quitting after 3 days of production. Scott's collapse in 1949 was a pivotal moment in her career and personal life, shedding light on the intense pressures of Hollywood stardom during the golden age of cinema. The collapse occurred during the peak of Scott's career. She had risen swiftly to fame as a leading actress of her time, known for her captivating performances and her distinctive voice. The demands of starring in multiple films, often back-to-back, placed immense physical and emotional strain on the actress. While the glamorous facade of Hollywood often concealed the relentless schedule and expectations placed on its stars. While Scott, known for her private nature and professionalism, navigated these pressures while maintaining a composed public image. However, behind the scenes, the toll was accumulating. It is believed that the combination of rigorous work schedules, personal stressors, and the relentless scrutiny of the media likely contributed to her physical and mental exhaustion. Scott's personal life was notably private, adding to her enigmatic persona, while her relationships with co-stars often sparked tabloid speculation, further fueling public fascination with her off-screen life. In the early 1950s, Scott became embroiled in a scandal when Confidential magazine published salacious and entirely fabricated stories about her personal life. Confidential magazine was notorious for its salacious gossip and scandalous headlines. The publication thrived on exposing the secrets hidden beneath what it deemed the glamorous facade of Hollywood. In 1954, despite his lack of evidence, Howard Rushmore of Confidential magazine created an expose on Scott known as, quote, Lizabeth Scott and the Call Girls Call Book, unquote, while insinuating her involvement in a lesbian relationship, a shocking claim at the time when Hollywood was rife with homophobia. The story linked Scott to a police raid in the Hollywood Hills. The raid involved one male adult, two female adults, and one 17-year-old female who were arrested and charged with prostitution. The publication implied that Scott's name and two of her phone numbers were found in an address book at the residence. The article also implied that Scott spent her off time with what it dubbed, quote, Hollywood's weird society of baritone babes, unquote, which was a euphemism for lesbians, writing that, quote, in one jaunt to Europe, Scott headed straight for Paris and the left bank, where she took up with Freed, the city's most notorious lesbian queen, unquote. Freed Boulay managed a cabaret-style nightclub called Carol's, partially owned by Marlene Dietrich. The upper-class nightclub featured mainstream entertainment of the era, including performers like Eartha Kitt. The expose, which falsely accused the starlet of scandalous behavior, tarnished her reputation and profoundly impacted her career and personal well-being. Rather than paying the publication to keep quiet about the allegations, Scott moved to sue, initiating a $2.5 million lawsuit. Scott originally filed suit from her home state of California, but was forced to refile in the state of New York, where the publication resided. Then, on October 1, 1957, following a lengthy trial process, a mistrial was declared, as the jury could not agree upon a verdict. The film noir genre waned in popularity in the 1950s. Faced with a changing industry and a dwindling number of film offers, Lizabeth Scott made the difficult decision to step away from the silver screen. Television, a burgeoning medium at the time, offered new possibilities. Scott made a handful of appearances on various television shows, showcasing her range and versatility to a new generation of viewers. And while these roles provided a creative outlet, they failed to reignite the spark of her film career. The stage, her first love, beckoned once more. Scott returned to her theatrical roots, appearing in regional productions that allowed her to explore different genres and characters. Despite her efforts to find new avenues for her talent, Scott's career never fully recovered from the Confidential scandal. The shadow of that experience lingered, a constant reminder of the fickleness of fame and the unforgiving nature of the entertainment industry. As the years passed, Lizabeth Scott retreated further from the public eye. The woman, who had once graced countless magazine covers and captivated millions with her on-screen presence, sought solace in anonymity. Scott's personal life, always shrouded in secrecy, became even more private. She rarely gave interviews, choosing to distance herself from the prying eyes of the media. Despite the setbacks and disappointments, Lizabeth Scott never expressed bitterness or regret. She had lived through a tumultuous period in Hollywood history, experiencing both the highs of fame and the lows of scandal. Through it all, she had retained her dignity and a quiet strength that spoke volumes about her character. Despite this shift, her legacy in Hollywood remains firmly rooted in her contributions to film noir and her unforgettable portrayals of complex female characters. Scott's enduring appeal lies not only in her on-screen presence, but also in her ability to navigate the challenges of fame with grace and dignity. Lizabeth Scott's journey through Hollywood's golden age is a testament to her talent, resilience, and enduring allure. Scott's legacy lives on in the hearts of fans and the archives of cinematic history, a true icon of film noir and classic Hollywood glamour. Thank you so much for joining me today on this exploration of Lizabeth Scott's life and career. If you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more classic Hollywood content. And let me know down in the comments, do you have a favorite Lizabeth Scott film? I would love to hear your picks and why. Until next time, keep it classic, my friends.